Welcome back to sandchessvb with head coach Frederick. That would be me. And today we have another episode in the communication series, this time for the blocker. There will be a number of things discussed already with the defenders episode. It might be a little quicker, but let's see anyway. Let's go through it anyway, and I will put the link for the defenders video in the comments or just below here. I will remind everybody that whatever we're discussing here, all those calls or signals, they need to be incorporated in whatever drills you make, you run, or of course at whatever practice or pickup games. Because if you never communicate ever, even if you are doing your drills and you're on top of your game, well, then there will be something missing, because you're not just going to start communicating when you think it's not an on and off switch. You will need the practice because those calls and signals are not natural. Let's get into the overview of the blocker. The blocker does not have the full picture of the action because he doesn't see what's behind him. So of course, when the ball is ahead, ball is in the other side, the most important information is still in front of him, but he doesn't exactly know what his defender is doing, even though he should have given a call, so he should have some idea what he's doing, but you don't always know as a blocker if your defender is baiting or if he's picked on cues and covering a specific area rather than staying put. So anyway, the first tidbit of information that the blocker needs to give is, of course, the block 1, 2, and then 3, 4 hand. All that, of course, it starts with the blocker, at least when he doesn't serve. And after that, there is not a whole lot of communication until the play develops, and if it's a standard play, the best tidbit of information might be if he peels, showing quickly at what angle and with the pace he's going to make in his first step. Then we can conclude, we can guess, we can assume where he's going to land, because nobody does a really quick first step and then stop there. You know there's like 1 or 2 more left. So that would be some way to indicate, that is communication. You will indicate to your partner what it is that you're doing. And then there's a couple different plays. I'll just touch base on this and then we'll go deeper after that. If there is a fairly easy ball, you can, as a blocker, you can indicate that you're ready for an option or a 2-ball play. When the ball is the defender has to go full force, full speed, one direction to the ball. You can indicate. So first you get a guess, you get an estimate if you need to follow or not. And either way, you can speak so that he can hear you, whether he can hear you hustling back towards him, or he can hear you waiting at the net for a potential set. That way he knows he can space you out. Um, then on a free ball, you as a blocker might even be able to be the one to call who's taking the ball. That's like ideal situation. And then I added one more. So if in the end the blocker after a peel or even after landing has to be the one chasing the ball, then similarly to what we discussed with the defender, the blocker can indicate whether one he has the ball, it's up, or and also whether he'll be ready to run a full 3 hits play. Because sometimes, as we know, we can only get to the dig and then we just have to keep the dive going, and there's no way to run a play after this. So let's go into the couple situations where the communication is going to be key in the point. This we've already discussed with the defender, but this time the blocker can decide. It doesn't have to be just the defender. As a blocker, you can I wouldn't recommend to say switch, 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 but you can show behind your back that you're switching, and if you intended to originally block cross, you can show and make sure your hand is moving fast so that the defender gets the memo, and you can decide to switch. I typically decide that more often as a blocker because I think it might be hard for people who are not used to that play as a blocker to execute when the defender says it. So in fact, I typically do it more often when I block. Okay, the next goal would be I'm ready when you want to indicate, and I don't know why I did not type it out. Here, the play is not the pay. The play is to indicate that that you are ready for an option play or a two ball. And in this case, the communication, I don't like to say set me, set me, set me, because it might put pressure on your defender. Also, the other team might know. But if you just say I'm ready, and you end up you need not only you need to say I'm ready. So let's just say the other team has played the ball, and the ball is in our side. And as if you're new here, this is my homegrown tool with the defense on the top, offense on the bottom, and we're exploring. So you see everybody has a different name: blocker, defender, setter, attacker. In this case, there's a transition play where the defender gets an easy ball. At this point, as the blocker, you want to be at an approach length, so make it 10, 12 feet. Approach length of and I'm trying to hide that light behind me better, of the net, so that the setter can potentially send the ball somewhere here, and the blocker can hit on two. That setter should not make that play if the blocker is casually waiting just to set, because now he has no approach, and hitting on two is going to have to be a sneaky play, not a hard power play. Okay, so that will be the again on a free ball blocker, whether he already peeled or whether he is still at the net when the hitter contacted the ball, goes back to let's say 12 feet from the net, and 10 to 12 feet, and say that he's ready and is he's there, and worst case he'll have to go set. Okay, next points, I believe they were discussed in the defender. I will just briefly touch base on that, but more details are on that defender video. So the if as a blocker, either after landing you can still chase it down, or you peeled and you have to chase it down, and it's not an easy play, you might want to tell your partner to dig the ball, that the ball is up, and you want to say it's up, it's up, it's up, even before the dig happens, so the setter is ready and not not simply just reacting to your play. And then the last point, if you same thing, you were chasing a ball down, and it's going to take everything you have to save it, and you may not be able to run to get back up and run an attack, then you can say that maybe go over or I'm out. Or in the other case, even if you're having a tough ball to defend, but you know you'll have a good balance, a good footwork to bounce back and get ready for some kind of approach, then let him know, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, even before the dig. The dig, he can know that you're expecting a set. And that is more often for the defender, but it could happen to the blocker as well. Again, a little bit more details in the defender video. That is right here. And I think that is it for the blocker video. And thank you for watching, subscribing, sending me your millions. And do not forget to play beach volleyball as a chess game. Thank you.